Hello, I'm John Watson and I'm your Hurricane Creek Keeper. What you see behind me is a private lake that's been severely impacted by a development that's upstream, very short distance upstream. This is a situation where the city of Tuscaloosa has planned to fail. All of this could have been prevented and should have been prevented. The land that this subdivision is on was gerrymandered into the city, in our opinion, and should never have been approved. Where I'm standing right now is in the city police jurisdiction, and the landowner here can't vote for or against anyone in the city. He can't vote for or against any project that they approve upstream of his land that causes this kind of impact. Let's take a look upstream and see how all this started. It's my opinion that if Mr. Christian inspected this site and saw these silt fences and accepted them, he was probably looking from up there, not down here. As you can plainly see, these silt fences are failing. There's a huge amount of off-site impact taking place here. But according to Mr. Christian, all of this meets the city requirements. I defy anyone to argue with me that this is not good best management practices, and that these silt fences that Mr. Christian said were so good are obviously not working. This is outside the perimeter. This is the sediment load that's actually leaving the site now as we speak from more than one location and entering Stone Creek. But Mr. Christian said this was a good silt fence. I just don't see this as being a good silt fence. For reference to where these failures actually lie on Stone Creek, you need to look here. Because that's the creek. This is Stone Creek behind Jamestown Villas. You see there's a huge amount of sediment down in here. The only excavation in this tributary is Jamestown Villas. This is a stream bed behind Jamestown Villas. I'm going to shoot a short film clip while I walk down the creek to show you the total devastation to this tributary. This is directly below the breached silt fences. This is the creek bank, Stone Creek tributary. You can see the massive amount of scouring that's already taken place here. You can see the sediment load that's coming out of the woods behind these failed silt fences and the receiving stream. Here the stream's actually been diverted by the amount of siltation that's been deposited in here. The stream now has cut a new course out through the woods, which is turning it even closer to the Jamestown Villas. The old water course ran back out through there. We're still behind the breached silt fences at Jamestown Villas. And you can see the scouring on the banks. You can see the mud load coming down the hill and into the receiving stream. It's also all out into the floodplain, and the wetlands in here are inundated with silt now. Here I am behind the second set of blown out silt fences that Mr. Christian saw from the top and approved. Look at the amount of sedimentation on the other side of the property line. All out in the wetland here, on both sides of the creek. The floodplain is completely inundated with a thick, thick coat of red mud. It's all coming from Jamestown Villas, right up there. There you can see Jamestown Villas, the dirt pile. This is the creek bank right under the trees that they piled up. And this is the mud that is coming from poorly designed silt fence and erosion control measures, poor flow control. None of the slopes that you see above flow into the retention pond. All of this free flows into Stone Creek. Here you see a common snapping turtle that's been run out of all the water because of the mud. Look at the mud on his shell. Poor guy can barely breathe. So he's out here on dry ground. This is not a dead stream. It has life. It's full of life. But not for long. Not if ADEM, the city of Tuscaloosa, and EPA don't get a grip on this situation very soon. Then all of this poor little guy's habitat is going to be gone. This is the water as it enters the tributary above Jamestown Villas. Remarkable difference from here, less than 1/4 of a mile away. Jamestown Villas. Now I know that as soon as this video is released and people see it, the immediate response from the city is going to be, well, John, don't you know that we had a hard rain? Yes, I know we had a hard rain. I got out here and captured these video clips and all these photographs in it. But my question in return would be to the city council, to the city planners, and to the city engineers. Did you think that it was not going to rain during the entire life of this construction project? The city of Tuscaloosa has planned to fail.